We have Magnus Carlsen here with us. Finally, you have won the World Cup. How happy are you?
I'm pretty exhausted, but obviously extremely happy to have won.
Well, how would you describe your finals was against Praggnanandhaa?
It was tough. First of all, physically, I was not, as been well documented, I was not in shape at all. Like, one thing is that it's been a long event, but generally I was feeling fine physically before I got food poisoning, and I think Prague in general had more. Apart from that, had more reason to be exhausted because he'd played a lot of extremely tough physical matches that he'd prevailed in. So probably he wasn't in top shape either. And I was happy, of course, to get the match to a tie break, to get a little bit extra rest in yesterday. To be honest, I was still feeling pretty spent today, but I think what prevailed today was experience, really. I think there were two key moments in the first game. Well, first of all, he caught me out in the opening. Frankly, I didn't know this line that he played at all. I didn't respond so well. I was trying to respond by common sense moves, but I think it's really important for Black, whenever he plays this move Queen G3, that I have Knight H5 to kick the queen away and to invite the repetition. Otherwise, he just he's attacking E5. He has pressure on the F file, and it's really tough for Black. So I only realized when he made this move Queen G3 that I did not have Knight H5 because of Queen G5. Usually the pawn is on H6 in these structures, and then you can go for that. But now I don't have time to play H6 because he goes for instance, Knight F3 and attacks my e-pawn. But then he spent very little time after that on the move Knight to F5. I think that was. Usually Prague is quite good at spending his time, but I think that was way too impulsive. After that, I sort of calmed down. I thought my problems were mostly in the past. After we exchanged queens, he continued to play really well. I think he was clearly trying to use the white pieces there, still putting some pressure. He was putting a little bit of pressure, but I don't think there was much in it. And then there was another key moment when he pushed G4, which I also thought was maybe slightly impulsive. Not a bad move at all, but it does give me some long-term targets. And I thought at that point, as long as I can survive, get the game into a scramble. Also, you had the bishop against knight, and I think the lower time gets, then the value of the knight relative to the bishop increases. So, so I thought, let's get it down to a scramble. Eventually, I managed to regroup my pieces really well. He was shorter on time, my moves were easy, and I started to exploit the weak squares in his position. And from then on, it went really easy. As I said, he played really well. In general, of course, in the tournament, he had an exceptional performance, but even today, it was really two, I think, moments of inexperience that cost him.
Out of all the matches, which one did you enjoy the most?
I would say that I think I had by far my best day of the tournament, the first day against Gukesh, which was a game that I really enjoyed. Both from the very start, being sort of out of book on move 3, basically, and after that, being able to sort of use my strength in the end game to outplay him. So that was really big. I didn't enjoy the second game particularly, but that was my one sort of really prime good day of the tournament. I think Gukesh is extremely strong, and he was sort of unlucky to face me on that one day when I really showed my best.
Well, we saw your tweet a few minutes ago that chess completed. You have won everything there is to win, and maybe only one thing is left, Fischer Random World Championship, or maybe you would like to create something of your own?
Well, to be fair, I did beat the current Fischer Random World Champion in a match that was quite a bit longer than in a Fischer Random match that was quite a bit longer than we had in the World Championship the last few years. But sure, I'd love to win that as well.
How do you plan to celebrate your victory today?
I don't think there will be a lot of celebrations today. Maybe on Saturday when I'm back in Oslo.
Thank you very much, Magnus, for your valuable time, and once again a huge congratulations to you.